we've got 6 trucks all down. Hang on, Brandon. Keep it off the wall. Oh, boy.
Watch out now. These banks are self-cleaning.
Oh. Just taps it.
But even tougher break for Brandon Jones here.
What's really hard right here is you say, okay, he did a great job of saving it, which he did. But it didn't quite go far enough around. If it would have gone backwards, he could have let off the brake, gone back up the racetrack, and he'd stayed out of the wall.
It's pretty challenging here to try to, if he spin in the corner where he did, but to not hit the wall. He does a great job not letting that truck back up into the outside wall, which could have happened. And right now, he's just along for the ride. He's got the brakes locked up at the very last instant. It just noses in. But I'll bet you he'll be able to probably fix this truck. I don't think it hit very hard, guys.
I don't think so either.
No, it just taps it down there. She climbs out of the truck okay, but frustrated. She was running 28th at the time, and she's not happy with somebody.
No, she's definitely voicing her displeasure.
Looks like maybe Tyler Reddick.
Looks like Tyler Reddick, possibly with a 19 truck. He would be lapping Jennifer Jo Cobb. Let's see if we can take a look at what happens here, Ralph.
He's that blue truck running in 2nd place, and he's right behind her here. Well, hard to tell from that angle if there was contact, but
either a little contact or maybe a little arrow loose for Jennifer.
Clear left. Easy, stay high. You're clear to the bottom. Yellow's out.
Or his truck being so close may have gotten her a little bit loose, and then she had to pedal out of the throttle.
To know that that's going to happen.
Oh, 23 truck having issues here. Spencer Gallagher spinning the Allegiant backed machine around. 2nd caution of the day.
Yeah, he was up on the top 15, having a pretty decent run for Gallagher. He's running in the 13th spot. See if we can see what happens. You see, just got a little bit loose up high. See Johnny Sauter, Daniel Hemrick do a great job getting by him on the inside.
Let's watch from Hemrick's view as he was right behind him here.
24-49.
Well, that's close.
Just got
Clear. You seen it. Good job.
Yeah, that's what.
Crafton sits right there, and we've got 2 together. Jesse Little in the 97 involved, and we got more contact. Deeper in the field, Townley involved. This 63 is in there with Justin Jennings. Mason Mingus was involved as well, and we've got our 3rd caution.
See if we can take a look at what happens here. See Jesse's on the inside. Looks like did he push up a little bit and got into Mason Mingus and then squeezes him into the outside wall?
I think a little bit of both, Phil. I think.
See, take another look at it. It looked like Mason Mingus was on the outside. Jesse Little looked like Toddy may have pushed up a little bit, had to chase his truck up the hill just a little bit.
Yeah, exactly, Phil. I think, you know, he saw Mason slide up in the middle of the corner, and he wanted to take advantage of it. So he tried to drive down there, and Mason came down. At the same time, Jesse was pushing. Then he got arrow loose, sucked around, and there you go, both in the wall. You know, that's one of those things at Dover. Jesse doesn't have a lot of experience here. Mason doesn't have very much either.
For the caution.
You see that?
Outside. Hang on door here.
They were really close.
Mason had pushed up the hill, and Jesse was trying to go for the spot. You can't fault the kid for that, you know. And that's just one of the things that happens at Dover. I mean, it just tightens down on exit. You know, Mason wants to come down, get a straighter shot off. He's been around the sport a long time. He knows this kid's good.
Jones right there behind him.
Just a little bit of a wiggle, and you just run out of room at this racetrack. The corners are so tight on exit. He just ran out of the room.
Watching from the back of Blaney's truck. There you go.
Just a slight wiggle, had to use a little bit of racetrack up.
Mason Mingus in the black 15 outside lane. The black 33 of Brandon Jones. Contact there.
That left front won't last long. Look at Mingus. He just moves up like
he wasn't there, like Brandon Jones wasn't there. Brandon Jones did a great job keeping that truck out of the outside wall and keeping it straight.
Watch again. That just shocks you. Brandon Jones did a great job getting to the outside. Yeah, the
left front tire went flat.
Of course.
Yeah. Tough break, and that, you know, certainly didn't deserve that.
So we're under caution for the 2nd time tonight. The reason Brandon Jones in the wall after a cut tire.
This is the end result. There was contact between Mason Mingus and Brandon Jones. That's what caused this left front tire to go down. Tough break for Brandon Jones.
Yeah, you knew that tire was going to go down, or we figured it would, and it did.
Jones top 10 a week ago at Dover.
And he didn't do that, so good job so far as long as he maintains his speed. And the caution's out. Could
And
be
it's for Spencer Gallagher. Now you come get that service. At least fuel in this situation could be a game changer later on.
There's Spencer Gallagher around. That's Ray Black Jr. The 07 does an amazing job getting by. Spencer does a pretty nice save, really.
Daniel Hemrick inside of Johnny Sauter. Can he make it happen?
Loose.
No. Look at him handle that truck.
He might have a flat tire, Phil. That fender rubbing on his tire we saw earlier has resulted in a flat tire. Oh, and he's going to get run over.
Nemechek inside, outside Terrio. Problems for Daniel Hemrick with 7 laps to go.
Oh, he's going to spin out.
And we're going to get another caution.
Hold the
Sixth
brakes,
of
hold
the
the
night.
brakes.
He did all he could to save that truck and got down on the apron in turns 1 and 2, and around they went. You can see the left rear tire soft.
It's already flat right there. An amazing job to hold on to that truck down the front straightaway here.
An amazing young talent Daniel Hemrick is, and you can see it there. That all happened at about 170 miles an hour. And look at the job this man does. Joe Nemechek, he has to just at the last second guess which way Hemrick was going. A veteran move.
Out as we have our 5th caution of the night. We'll take it to the replay and watch the Ford truck as it gets inside of Ellis on the 1.
A little bit of a wiggle right here. It gets loose, and that puts him up the hill a little bit right against that one truck. We see the trucks on the inside all the time when they're that close, lose the air off that rear spoiler, and around he goes.
Yeah, that was, you know, he was upset with the one truck, and it wasn't that guy's fault. It was not his fault. Eric had that wiggle, and that's what moved him up. Eric had the right line. He was going to have plenty of room between himself and the one, but when he had that little wiggle, right there it is, that put him right up against him. There's nothing you can do. It's going to suck you around at that point.
That's just a frustration for Eric of having such a good truck so often this season. And again, another one gets ripped out. Guys, tough tonight. What will they do as they make their way down the backstretch? Reddick is right there with him. In fact, he's got a nose on him.
Clear.
He had some help.
Oh, Nemechek gets into Crafton. And Reddick is going to pull away. And the caution is out again.
Unbelievable. They're two dominant trucks in this race. Between them, they've led 133 laps. And neither one of them's going to win this.
Here's what happened as they went into 3.
See, John Hunter just drove it down in the corner, got a little bit loose, had to use a little bit of racetrack to catch it, and Matt was right there. Matt didn't crowd him, just a situation where John Hunter got a little bit loose. Tyler Reddick had already got in front of Matt Crafton. Man, what a tough break for Matt Crafton. There's the contact again right there.
And Custer and Sauter come through this. Sauter now up to 3rd after having that horrendous pit stop earlier.
And how about Spencer Gallagher?
Yeah.
In 4th right now. Watch this.
That's from Nemechek's view. Now Crafton. Remember, John Hunter Nemechek was on the opposite view of that very same.
It's now final practice for the Camping World Series. Watch Tyler Reddick going for a spin.
Hang on there, young man. He does a really nice job keeping it off the wall and out of the grass, so they're able to get 4 good years here tonight.
For Spencer Gallagher. Oh, and a problem on the racetrack. Gallagher is one of the trucks involved. Is Cole Custer as well?
I'm not sure. Maybe Cole got stopped on. He's certainly involved, but I'm not sure that he had any damage. We'll have to take a look at it. What a tough break for Spencer.
Just got by him.
See Matt Crafton going underneath him. It looks like when we first saw it, the 23 was a little bit sideways. Let's take a look from Cole Custer's front bumper cam. There's Spencer Gallagher. Cole not even close to him, really. Probably half a truck length anyway.
Yeah,
nice job by both those drivers not getting into the outside.
We're hooked together, and now Hemrick tries to clear.
Caution behind us.
Caution's out, 2.
That's a 63 truck of Jake Griffin. Good qualifying effort for that 16-year-old in the Mittler brothers truck, but he shortened that thing up a little bit.
Position. There's a replay, and there was Looked like the 07 Ray Black Jr. was very close to him. I can't say that he was involved, but he was right there with it.
Caution.
Cameron Haley, after the problems, he led early on, then the problems on pit road, now a problem on the racetrack.
I was just going to say, Phil, these guys pitting right now need this thing going green, and here we got a caution.
And what a tough break for Cameron Haley. Remember, teammates Johnny Sauter on the outside. There's Cameron Haley on the inside. Just got loose.
Yep.
Really did a nice job of not taking his teammate Johnny Sauter with him.
Brandon Jones looking to improve on his best.
Trouble.
With problems for the 50.
Looks like Travis Quapa's into the outside safer barrier. That will bring out a caution flag. Cole Custer right now is that guy in the spot to get the free pass.
What is going through Eric Jones' mind?
Timothy Peters. Here we go, get the 50. Yeah, he probably
Something
broke
yeah.
a flat tire, yeah. But now Timothy Peters.
Jones says, see ya, I'm going to the front.
Oh, trouble. John Hunter Nemechek.
Debris across the racetrack. Looks like Johnny Sauter may have picked some up.
Caleb Holman, I think, might have got a piece of that as well.
Sorry about that, Jay. Stay clear high.
And Holman with damage.
Yeah, sounds like John Hunter Nemechek thought he was clear. His spotter said he was clear, and then I think Caleb Holman was there. There it is. You see John Hunter didn't quite have the 75 truck cleared. Moved up the racetrack, tried to move up against the outside wall. Caleb Holman was there. They made contact, and a lot of damage to that 8 truck of John Hunter, and some pretty good amount of damage to that 75 of Caleb Holman.
On board with Cole Custer.
Cole did a nice job avoiding that, but what a tough break for Caleb Holman, really, because John Hunter Nemechek didn't realize that there was a truck up there, and we heard the spotter say, I'm sorry about that, because he cleared him up there, and he wasn't clear.